The next topic in chapter 5 is using action buttons. Now, PowerPoint actually provides a facility through which we can link to a web page, email address, file, slide in the same presentation. Like this is the presentation which I've already created. And in the same presentation, I can create a hyperlink, I can create an action button through which I can move to the web page or the email address or the files, another file or the slide in the same presentation. Now, what are action buttons? Action buttons are basically a built-in shapes. Built-in shapes means it is already there in PowerPoint presentation, through which you can add to a presentation, and you can also set a link to another slide. You can play a sound or perform some other action. All right. Through action buttons, you can also assign action to the clip art or the pictures also. So today we are going to learn how to insert the action button. Now, as you can see on the screen, already a particular presentation is already open. Okay, so now what I will do, I will click on the insert tab, and in the insert tab I will go to the illustrations group. In the illustrations group, I have this shapes button, and there's a small drop down arrow. Let me click on this drop down arrow, and you can see at the bottom I have the option action buttons. Okay, I have the option action buttons. Now let's say, for example, in the action buttons, you can see different action buttons, like which one is this one? Let's put the mouse pointer over here and we'll come to know. Forward or next. Then this one is back or previous. This one is beginning. This one is end. All right, let's take this action buttons. Okay, I've selected this particular action button and I can see my mouse pointer has turned into plus sign. Now what I will do, I will just drag the mouse pointer like this on my slide. Now when I drag this, you can see an action setting dialog box has opened on the screen. Okay, action setting dialog box has opened on the screen, and it contains two tabs. The first one is mouse click and the next one is mouse over. Now you can see that by default mouse click tab is activated. Now in the mouse click tab, you can make the action button perform its action only when it is clicked. Now when this particular action button is clicked, then a particular program will be run. Okay, now in the action on click, mouse click tab is open. Now select the hyperlink to. It is by default it is selected, and in hyperlink to there is a radio button, this one. Last slide viewed, end show, custom show, slide, URL. You can put anything. Other PowerPoint presentation, other file. Now let's say I have clicked on other PowerPoint presentation. Okay. Now in this, if I've clicked other PowerPoint presentation, so I have to select the another PowerPoint presentation. Let me select the another one which I have, like class 5, this one. Now what I have to select? Now let's say I have to, in this part, I have to select line break. Okay. All right. It had been selected. Now, do I want to play a sound? Then I can select the sound also. Applause, bomb, breeze, arrow, applause, any other sound, any sound which I want. Let's say chime and click on. Okay. This has been selected. Now, click on the OK button. All right, click on the OK button. Now let's go to the slideshow and let's click on the from beginning and let's see what happens. I have to click on this action button because without clicking it will not happen. I've selected this inserting line break. You can see it has already, the moment I clicked, it has that the last file which the last slide which I selected, it has already come off the screen. So this is how you can use action buttons.